Hey everybody, Art Noglak here from Orvis in Arlington, and today I'm going to show you the best way to repair the loop in the end of your fly line, whether it came out or you just need to add one to the front or the back. This is definitely the best way, in my opinion, to do it. It's going to start with some 30-pound gel spun backing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut off a piece. It's about 12 inches, and then I'm going to cut off 3 more pieces that are all about 12 inches. So a total of 4 pieces. One is going to be used as a threader for a series of 3 nail knots that I'm going to tie. Now, I don't use a nail knot tool in this because I like to keep the nail knots loose for mobility reasons. I'm going to show you in a second. So I'm going to use the threader here that I just created, and I'm going to put that in between my thumb and index finger directly under the fly line loop. So what I did is I cut the old loop off and I just folded this fly line back about 2 inches or so. And then I'm going to take a piece of this standing line here just like this, and I'm going to put it between my thumb and my index finger. I'm going to fold the top half behind my hand and the bottom half underneath my hand, right? It's going to look just like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my wraps in front of my index finger, like so. And I want to make sure that I'm controlling these wraps. You can see I'm using my middle finger here to sort of control the wraps as I wrap it around the fly line here, your standard 6 times for a nail knot. And then once I'm done, I'm going to drop this piece of this piece of gel spun backing in to the threader loop. I'm going to switch grips with my hand holding the wraps, and then I'm going to pull the threader through the other side. Now, it's important to know that I'm holding these wraps very loosely in between my fingers. I don't want to squeeze here because I won't be able to get them out, right? And then I'm just going to sort of orient the wraps. And what I can do now is, because that nail knot isn't fully seated yet, I can actually move it around a little bit and get it ready for the subsequent nail knots that are going to go in front of it, right? So this is about perfect here. What I'm going to do is wrap my fingers around both ends, and I'm going to pull very smoothly. And this gel spun backing is going to bite into that fly line polymer, and it's going to attach itself to the nylon core beneath it just like that. And so it's really going to give you a strong bond, and it's going to be recessed. I kind of use my teeth here, a real sharp pair of scissors, to cut off the 2 ends here that I'm not using, right? Just like that. Try to make it nice, as clean as possible. And here. So this does take a little bit of practice. I mean, this is something I've been doing for, I don't know, almost a decade now, if not more. So I can do it pretty quickly. But once you get it down, it's really not that hard. So I'm gonna pick my threader back up here, right? And I'm gonna add 2 more in. I'm gonna go a little slower here so you guys and gals can see what we're doing, right? So my threader is underneath that fly line loop there, just like that. I'm gonna pick up another piece. So I'm gonna make a little cross here in the middle, fold the top behind my hand, bottom underneath my hand, right? I'm gonna go ahead and use my middle finger to sort of control those 6 wraps, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, I really do think this is ultimately better than what you get from the fly line manufacturer. I think it's more difficult to get this to slip. So I'm gonna switch the grips again, just like that. And again, remember, don't pinch it too hard. You want to hold it lightly as you bring them through. Okay, and you see, now I'm going to slide it down just in front of the first nail knot that I tied. Just a tiny little millimeter or so of space in between the 2. And again, I'm going to wrap these around my fingers nice and tight. You got to be careful. This gel spun can cut you, so wrap it around a few times. Pull nice and tight so that it bites into that polymer. We'll cut it real close here and here. Perfect. All right, pull it straight. And now I got one more if you missed it. So I'm gonna pick up my threader again, right? It's gonna go underneath the loop of the fly line. I'm gonna pick up the standing line, 12-inch standing line. I'm gonna make a cross here between my thumb and my index finger. I am going to fold the top over the top of my hand and the bottom underneath the loop here, right? And I am going to wrap this around 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? I'm gonna then take the tag and drop it through the threader loop. I'm gonna switch my grips, holding the loose wraps of the nail knot. I'm gonna pull it through the back end like so, right? I'm gonna orient the wraps where I want them by moving and sliding them around. Again, this is why I don't like to use the nail knot tool. It's just not as accurate. As soon as you slip it off that tool, it bites in immediately. It's a little bit harder to control. So I like these to be real clean. All right, we're gonna apply a smooth amount of pressure on either side until it bites into the fly line. Okay. And these knots I believe to be stronger than the standing line of the fly line itself. Right? Okay. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of this Loon Outdoors UV cure. We carried this in the store. This is an excellent fly tying product, but I actually use it in the shop for knots. Just a little dab there. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my UV light, just like that, to clean it up, right? And there it is. That is a nailless nail knot loop with no tool. That's extremely strong. And listen, if you folks don't want to try tying this at home, you can bring them in the shop. All the people that work at in our fishing department know how to do this. We do this for absolutely for free for you if you want to try it out. So you know, just swing on by the shop and we can show you how to do it if you'd like to learn yourself. Or we're happy to put it in for you. So click that follow button and more tips and tricks and hacks to come. Have a good day.